What's up, it's me, DWC, and today we have the draft for Roy Hobbs. After an impressive showcase, Roy Hobbs is looking to go into the MLB draft and get drafted high and have a strong career in the MLB. I'm hoping for top 10 here, but we'll see how it goes. Your journey to the MLB draft has come to an end. It's now time to see if all those years of hard work will finally pay off. You have one more decision left to make. You can either enter the draft or select your preferred team. Good luck. We're going to enter the draft, and here we go, into the draft with Roy Hobbs. I'm going to let the introduction play. Here you go.
Welcome, everyone, to this year's Major League Baseball first-year player draft. Today, the best up-and-coming baseball talent from around the country and the world, many of whom have just recently competed in the Topps Amateur Showcase, will begin their journey as professional baseball players. Today is a day these young men have been dreaming about and working towards their entire lives. We wish them all the best of luck and look forward to watching them develop into even greater ball players over the coming years. With that said, it's time to get started. The first pick is officially on.
Alright, so here we go. Round 1, pick 1. Phillies, who do they go with? The Phillies select Lionel Rocker, a starting pitcher, first overall. Smart selection for them because their pitching is not good at all. Second overall, the Reds go with Rich Bradford, a relief pitcher, 18 years old, also in the West region. The Braves, with third overall, take Mark Howry, a closing pitcher, also from the West region. So that's 3 people from the West region going through the pitchers. Fourth, the A's take Thomas Parker, a third baseman. Fifth, the Brewers go with Samuel Castillo, a closing pitcher, 21 years old. The Rockies with the 6th pick will take
the Colorado Rockies select Roy Hobbs.
Roy Hobbs goes 6th overall to the Colorado Rockies. It's going to be interesting playing behind Carlos Gonzalez, but they can also move him around because left field they have Gerardo Parra, and he's not as good as Gonzalez, and hopefully not as good as Roy Hobbs will be in the future. Congratulations, you've been drafted by the Colorado Rockies in the MLB draft. Advance, and there you see it, Roy Hobbs, 6th overall. So we're going to hit advance, sign with team. So here we are with Hobbs starting out in AA. We'll take a look at the player comps. Of course, the starting right fielder, you have Carlos Gonzalez. But he can also play left field, and so can Hobbs. So maybe if Hobbs gets up fast, one of them can move to left, as that'll be a really nice middle of the order with Gonzalez, Hobbs, and Arenado. B potential, 30 years old, 89 overall right fielder. He's going to be hard to get ahead of early on as a young player. But in left field, we have Gerardo Parra, who is 28, and B potential and 80 overall. So the 80 overall will be a bit easier for Hobbs to surpass, especially with his power. They might prefer to have him in there over Parra. But Parra is a crazy good fielder, but we'll be looking to build up Hobbs' fielding as well. So we'll see how it goes. Hopefully he can get into the Rockies team sooner than later. But now we're going to get into Roy Hobbs' first game in AA. Okay, so here we go. About to get into Roy Hobbs' first AA game, his professional debut. You see he's batting 4th, playing right field for the Yard Goats. Really interesting name. Minor league teams always seem to have cool names, but let's get into some presentation.
All right, tonight's AA Eastern League action is drawing nearer as we welcome you back to our minor league pregame show with the Bowman Prospect Spotlight. Roy Hobbs is our subject, and he's making his AA debut in this one after being the organization's first pick in the most recent first-year player draft.
Yeah, there's a lot of excitement around him, Matt. He was targeted pretty heavily heading into the draft, and they made it clear they were very happy they got the opportunity to draft him. And you know, he's still got a long road ahead of him before he makes his big league debut, but I'm pretty confident he'll be an impact player when he gets there. Now, it's time to work hard and prove why he was worthy of being a first-round pick.
So there you're seeing some nice presentation. One new part, one old part. The new part looked really good. Seeing him come out and look around the stadium for his first time in a professional ballpark was really cool to see him soak that all in, and I look forward to see him do the same for his first MLB game and his first time in a major league ballpark. Walk out on the field and soak it all in again there. So that's a nice new presentation. And then we've seen the old one where they talk about him getting drafted into the game now. You see, with a batter in the box, Roy Hobbs' first AA opportunity will be a fielding opportunity. The pitch, and it is hit towards Hobbs. Runner coming around third, going home. Hobbs throws it in, but it is not in time, as he just does not have his arm strength built up enough to be able to make that play. Now we see Roy Hobbs stepping into the batter's box for his first professional at-bat, looking to see what he can do here. 2 men on, bottom of the first, 1 out, 1-2 count, the pitch, and Hobbs hits it down to third base line, into left field for a single. His first hit as a professional baseball player will drive in a run and tie the game. An RBI single for Roy Hobbs.
There was his first hit at the AA level. Steve, that's got to be an exciting moment for him.
Yeah, with that first knock out of the way, he can now settle in and start working on the next one. Of course, he's aiming for that first major league hit, but he's got to start somewhere.
Up again in the bottom of the fourth to lead off the inning. Roy Hobbs in for a second at bat. You see here I use Showtime, and I hit the ball, which is an improvement, and it went high and fairly deep into right field, but it is an out. Back up again in the bottom of the sixth, 0-2 count, and he sees a pitch, and he hits it hard into right field for a base hit after 2 dirty curveballs. They throw him another one, and Roy Hobbs can handle that one, and he hits it into right field for another base hit, his second in his first game. Back up in the bottom of the seventh, man on, 1 out. He sees a pitch he likes, and he rips it into the gap. It is down, and it bounces off the wall. Roy Hobbs going for 2. Runner coming around third. He is going home, and he is safe. Roy Hobbs, an RBI double in his first game. Third hit, second RBI. Back up again in the bottom of the ninth. Down 2 runs, 2 out. Hobbs looking to start it off. And he gets a pitch up, and he rips it again into the gap. Again, it bounces to the wall. And again, Roy Hobbs rounds first, going into second with a slide, and he gets in there safely. But he's going to have to rely on his teammates behind him to do something if they're going to pull out a win here in this game. Hobbs will be hoping that his teammates can pick him up and bring him in, but that does not happen as they leave him out there, and that's how the game will end. 5-3. We take the loss. You see there he goes 4 for 5 in his debut, 2 doubles, 2 singles, and 2 RBI. So a solid debut for Hobbs, but he comes out on the losing end. We'll pick it up in the next episode, and I'll see you then.